Okay, this is part 3. So, Peter and Tyler are driving and then they get pulled over by the police and then he's like, "Oh, hello, officer," because he doesn't want Tyler to like get all mad with him or whatever. So he's like, "Sir, I'm gonna need to check you for weapons." And then he puts his gun down and then Peter takes the gun and he's like, "Tyler, please, no, there must be some other way." And then, like, he just hits the police officer. He doesn't like shoot him or kill him or anything. And then Tyler's like that. So they get back in the car. And then back at Massive Dynamic, Royals tells Olivia, he's like, "Oh, we've been told to stand down because this might be more serious because he bought 2 international plane tickets before all this happened. And he might be like giving information to some foreign thing and all this stuff." So yeah, and then they want Walter to help disable Tyler because that's the only way they can save Peter. But Walter's all like, "Oh, Peter always helps me. He always helps me. How can I do it without Peter?" Then Nina's like, "You can do it. You have to save Peter because you're the only one who can help him." So then Walter's like, "I suppose I could." Sorry, I have to read this because I can't remember. Like, use an EMF scrambler to disrupt his beta wave transmissions. And I don't know what that means, sorry. And then Nina's like, "Let's start with that." So then Astrid comes in and she's like, "Olivia, he's been doing some weird searches on women who died in car crashes 14 years ago." And Olivia's like, "Dr. Carson, do you know this man?" Who is Renee Davies. And he's like, "Yes, that's my ex-wife." And he tells this whole story about how like she was on and off drugs all the time, and eventually she left and she never came back. And when Tyler was old enough to start asking about her, he just said that she died in a car wreck because he thought it was better than him knowing that his mother abandoned him. And then Tyler, back at some strip club with Peter, is like, "My dad lied to me my whole life. He said my mother was dead, but I found a birth certificate," and like he found out that his mom wasn't dead at all. So then at the lab, sorry, I have to read this thing. Yeah, Walter creates this thing that will wipe out like Tyler's mind control thoughts, basically all of his thoughts, and disorient him for a short period of time, but it'll give them enough time to like take Tyler down or whatever. So Tyler and Peter, they go to Renee Davies' house, and then it's all emotional, and Tyler's like, "It's me, your son, Tyler," and she's like, "Oh," and then they hug, and then he's like, "I don't blame you for leaving, it's Dad," and she's like, "No, Tyler, you don't understand," and then she's like, "Oh, hi, Seth," and then he comes in, and then he's like, "Oh, I understand." Because, like, she got remarried and he didn't know the whole story about the drugs, so he just thinks that his dad lied to him. And then he's all mad because he wanted to be a family with his mom again. He's like, "We didn't even go out of the country, we just need to be a family." And so he sees him, and then Peter gets up and he, like, gets a gun, I believe. Some sort of knife, weapon, I don't know. And he's like, "No, Tyler, what are you doing?" And he's about to, like, shoot Seth and the mom, and then, sorry, I have to read this thing again. Bleh. So, yeah, the Fringe team, they go to the house, and then Broyles runs in, but then Peter, points the gun at Broyles, and then he, like, tries really hard, so he just gets Broyles in the arm instead of like shooting him in the chest or anything. So Broyles is still alive, but he's all bleeding, and then they run out and Olivia comes in and she's like, "You need help," and he's like, "I've been shot before, hurry, you need to go." So they get in the car and Astrid's driving. Awesome. Yeah, Astrid needs more recognition in the show. But anyway, Walter has his gun disabler thingy, whatever, that'll like wipe out Tyler. So they're driving and they're chasing Peter and Tyler in the car, and then Olivia's like, "Do it now." So then Walter shoots the little thing, and then Tyler's all disoriented and stuff, and then Peter drives into this pole and crashes, and then Peter wakes up, and Walter's like, "Oh, Peter, you're awake. We got Tyler." And so he lost his control after the drugs wore off and stuff, the mind control powers, and then it goes to massive dynamic, and this is the freaky part. So, another little weird clue thing, she's typing on this really, really old computer, like with this green screen and like a dot flashing thing, which is also like, remember when the shapeshifter Charlie guy was using that old typewriter with the mirror to communicate with the alternate universe. Nina Sharp's trying to communicate with William Bell, the alternate universe, with this old stuff. So, I mean, I don't know what's with the old equipment. People are talking about it, but I'm not sure. So she's typing, and then she's like, oh, I want to update you on the Penrose Carson experiments. And remember that name Penrose because he was one of the doctors that Walter worked with a long time ago, way back in like season 1, episode 2. Well, he wasn't working with him right then, but where the guy was like taking out the girl's pituitary glands and the rapid aging stuff. So yeah, Penrose, I don't know what he has to do with it, but something to do with him. Penrose Carson experiments, and she's like, one of the Tylers tried to find a surrogate mother, and it was like unexpected consequences and stuff. So she was like, you were right, mind control can work under certain circumstances. And like, she's typing and like saying stuff, and then it shows Dr. Carson, and he's rolling this cart, and it has a boy who looks just like Tyler, and like in the wall, he's walking through this hallway, and like in the windows, there's like a bunch of like clone Tylers, and he's looking at these documents, and it's like Tyler 01, Tyler 02, Tyler 04, with all these like different doctor dads, and it's so creepy. And it also relates to back, I think that was episode 2, season 1, the same old story also, with the Penrose thing, when Peter's like in the last part, he's singing the Walk of Life is but a dream, and it's all creepy, and then it shows like these clones sitting in this room, so I guess now we know what that was about. And so then she's like, okay, thanks William Bell or whatever, and then it goes like, pow! And then it's over. So, yeah, it was really awesome and freaky. So, Massive Dynamic was behind all of this, actually, and Nina was lying, and I guess we kind of know, like, that Massive Dynamic isn't so good, really. And they're trying to use mind control on people. Who knows what's going to happen next. And the next episode, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. You cannot DVR it. It is about the Observer, what we've all been waiting for. And I got some, like, well, I don't know, it's like inside information or whatever, but I saw this Fringe set visit, and Olivia said that the episode was called August because the Observer, his name, the one that we've seen, his name is September. So there's another Observer in the promo, and I'm assuming his name is August, so that's why it's called August. And yeah, so watch it. We're gonna find a lot more about the Observer. They're good or bad, they're trying to save people, who knows, so watch it. And I also wanted to say you should go to this website, annatorv.com, if you're a big Anna Torv fan, because it is awesome. It is like the most awesome fan site for Anna Torv, if there are any other fan sites, but definitely go to it. There's a forum and all this stuff, it's really cool. So yeah, shout out to Anna Torv Online. And yeah, that's it. So watch the next episode Thursday, 9/8 Central on Fox, and tune in for another Fringe recap. Add, subscribe, comment. Thank you!